Hello everyone, 안녕하세요. My name is Ray from Andante, Korea. I'm from South Korea and welcome to the Discovering Korea Broaden Your Knowledge series. Throughout the series, we're going to learn interesting facts about South Korea. You can use them to broaden your knowledge, but also use them as a supplement to study your KIP journey, especially level 5. I will also include explanations written in Korean on the video. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe. Then, let's begin. Today, we're going to learn symbols representing Korea. There are 3 sections to focus on. First, 국가와 국기, meaning a nation and its flag. Second is 국화와 문자, which is the national flower in letters. And lastly, there's 국가, meaning the national anthem. First, the official name is 대한민국. In English, it's the Republic of Korea. You can also write them in Chinese characters, but you must be more familiar with another name. South Korea. And why do people call it South Korea? You can find the answer from the recent history of Korean Peninsula. In 1945, with the fall of Japanese imperialism, Koreans were freed from Japanese occupation. The Korean Peninsula was filled with hope to establish a new country. But the Soviet Union and the United States had different plans. Based on the 38th parallel, Soviet troops were stationed in the north and U.S. troops in the south. Unfortunately, the cooperative relationship between the U.S. and the Soviet Union during World War II ended, leading to ideological confrontations among politicians. The Soviet Union initiated land reform in North Korea, which involved the purge of landlords and property owners, and the nationalization of significant industries. Meanwhile, the Joint Soviet-American Commission, which was meant to establish a unified state, failed after left and right-wing politicians clashed over the trusteeship issue. In North Korea, the Communist Party took the lead in forming a government through the North Korean Provisional People's Committee and the People's Committee of North Korea. In South Korea, the establishment of a government was facilitated through general elections following United Nations resolutions. In August and September 1948, 2 systems were established on the Korean Peninsula. One was the Republic of Korea in the south, and the other was Communist North Korea. North Korea's Kim Il-sung immediately planned to invade South by force. He received weapons and troops from the Soviet Union and China, and was allowed to carry out the invasion. At 4 a.m. on June 25, 1950, North Korea crossed the 38th parallel and launched a surprise invasion into South Korea. The North Korean military, supported by the Soviet tanks, occupied Seoul just 3 days after the war broke out. North Korea's invasion of South Korea was viewed not only as an attack on South Korea, but also as a communist attack on liberalism worldwide. Upon the invasion, U.S. President Truman requested the United Nations to respond. The United Nations decided to send UN forces to protect South Korea. 16 countries were deployed, 5 offered medical support, and 38 other countries provided material assistance. After the restoration of Seoul, both the South Korean and UN forces moved north, crossing the 38th parallel. The Korean and UN forces went on offensive to drive Communist force out of the Korean Peninsula. In crisis, Kim Il-sung asked Stalin and China for help. China let large-scale troops participate, saying that if North Korea collapses, it will also be in danger. The Soviet Union also supported the Air Force. The front line stalled and a ceasefire was sought. On July 27, 1953, the ceasefire was signed, and the Korean War entered into a truce. thanks to the assistance and sacrifice of numerous countries within the United Nations, as well as the Korean military and its people, Republic of Korea will survive. This is why the Korean peninsula was divided into two Koreas. The next section is about the national flag called Taegeukgi. The Taegeukgi consists of a white background, a red and blue taegeuk circle in the center, and 4 black trigrams, collectively called 건곤감리, one in each corner of the flag. In short, the Taegeukgi flag embodies the vision of Korean people who, like the universe, seek continuous creation and enrichment. By upholding the spirit and significance of the Taegeukgi, the people seek to realize unity and unification and contribute to the happiness and peace of humanity. And as many countries do, we also have the flag raising ceremony called 국기개양. There are 5 major national holidays to raise the national flag. You may also notice the flagpoles all have their flags at half-mast from time to time. It's to pay our condolences, and we call it 조기개양. The final chapter is about the national flower and letters. Korean national flower is 무궁화, which is the rose of Sharon. It means having eternal life and never fades because even if the flower falls off, it blooms again. You can also hear the name of the flower from the national anthem. Now this one. Many of you might know the name already. It's Korean letter called Hangul. Hangul is the official writing system used for the Korean language. King Sejong the Great invented Hangul in 1443 to improve the literacy rates of Korean people. Before that, Korean writing system borrowed Chinese characters called Hanja to write their own language. However, these characters were ideograms with each symbol representing a different meaning. This made it time-consuming and challenging for people who want to learn how to read and write. With the invention of Hangul, writing and reading Korean became significantly easier for the people. This is 훈민정음 manuscript, which is 훈민정음 해례본, contains the principles and purpose of inventing Hangul. It's also registered as a UNESCO Memory of World program. Finally, there's the national anthem. Korean national anthem is called 애국가. 애 means love, 국 means a nation, and 가 means a song. So it's a song about loving our nation. It has 4 verses, but let's have a taste of verse 1. You've reached the end of episode 1. Congratulations on your achievement. We've learned the Korean flag, its brief history, the national flower, Korean letters, and the national anthem. Feel free to post any questions or comments. I want to create a study community throughout the series, so if someone asks a question, feel free to respond. And let's help each other and learn by sharing our knowledge and discussing together. And if you have any topics you want me to cover, please comment below. Thank you for following me throughout this journey. I hope it's helpful to broaden your knowledge and even for your KIP test prep. See you next time!